Hello everyone, this is Captain Frugal, and today I'm doing a nice video with Rat Bikes Customs here, and he's going to show us how to change a tube in a kid's bicycle.
Alright, yes, the dreaded kid's bicycle. They get the smallest tires in the world, and they can be a little bit of a pain in the butt sometimes to change the tubes. But they're not all that bad, and they're not that complicated. Basic same breakdown as you do on any other bike, just smaller. And of course in this case we've got training wheels. So first thing you want to do is we want to take off the training wheels. Alright, here's the training wheel. Right down below it, here is a bolt. Set your ratchet to loosen. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. So what we want to do is take it off. Right behind it, a little clip, which actually fits back here because this little notch will slide in here for farther adjustment. Right now, for this moment though, I'm going to take it and set it on the ground, so it's out of the way. Now I got to go to the other side and do the same thing. Alright, stubborn.
And I'm guessing if they stick too much, good old WD-40.
Or a bigger wrench.
Yeah, bigger wrench, yes. The ultimate, bigger wrench.
Actually, why does this side only stick?
Want me to try to put a hand on it?
Yeah, it's want to kick up on its thumb.
Alright.
There it goes. That one was super crank.
This is your bike on drugs.
I look like the start of the Lions game on that one.
But they did win.
But they did win, yes.
Slow start, strong finish.
Good one. Alright. Now I've got this plastic chain cover in the way. Little screwdriver. Let's remove it. Luckily it's one of those that doesn't have a nut behind it. Let's see. Well, that's good. So we don't lose the screw. We'll just stick it back in the hole. Maybe, possibly. Alright. Now with any luck, I would have grabbed the wrong side. It's bigger. So I need to go to the tool factory. Hey. So it's one of these two.
Need to get that one there.
There we go. Same thing. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. And with any luck, this one won't be as tight. Thank goodness for Chef Boyardee. Alright, now we're going to loosen the other side. Oh, much better. Now that we got those loose, not completely off, and this side over here is the part for your brakes. If it's a coaster brake, which this one is, I'm going to loosen this up. And take it off. This is why I usually do it. I usually scoot it to the back side like this. Put the screw and little nut back on there so it does not get lost. That always sucks. Alright. Loosen these up a little bit more with my finger. we go. Here's your chain. Slide the tire all the way up. Pop your chain off. And it should slide out like that. There's that part. Tire is off. Now, to get the tube out. The good part is you don't have to take the whole tire off. All you need to do is get one side off. And the other good part is you don't have to worry about putting a hole in the tube because it's already bad. What I usually do is 2 flathead screwdrivers. Pick apart, stick it down in there, pull it back, hold it down. Try to, at least, so it doesn't slip out. Do it again. There we go. This is the problem with the smaller ones. They're stiff. Go back down this way a little bit. Same thing. Over here a little bit. Same thing. Now normally at this point, I can generally get my hands in here and pull it out. Like this. Nice your valve stem. You want to pull your valve stem out and through by sticking the hand in there and down and out. That one is all done. Wonder where this one was leaking at.
Not sure. But it sure wasn't taking air.
Still feels like it has a little scope air in it, but doesn't mean. No further need to. Don't need no stinking instructions.
The proper way.
The proper way. That's right. There's only one way to do it. It's my way. No, I'm just kidding. Alright. Best way, this is what I like to do. Now take your valve stem. We're going to tuck it, this whole tube inside the tire, but when you put it in, you want to make sure it's in, not kinked. You don't want it like this and tucked up in there, because you'll put air in it, then no good. It'll blow your tube. So, what I generally like to do is get the valve started first, which, once again, smaller tire, tighter fit. And it makes it trickier. So, especially if you got bigger hands. There we go.
Notice we're using no special tools at all to do this job.
No.
Not even a special table.
Nope.
2 sawhorses in a box.
We're doing it the frugal way. There we go. Now I got that pulled through, taunt all the way out. That way that's in its place. Now I'll put the valve stem cover on just in case it wants to move and try to pull through. Now I'm going to continue tucking this tube in here by hand around the rim. Yes. You can do this job with a couple flathead screwdrivers and a crescent wrench if need be, or even a pair of channel locks and a flathead screwdriver. Now that I've got that tucked in there pretty good, I'll go to check it. Seems to be where I want it to be. It doesn't have to be completely tucked in behind the metal rim when you push it in by hand at first. Because when you're going to put the tire on, it's going to push itself in. Now what I do is basically 2 thumbs. Start pushing it around the rim. Sometimes when you get to the very end of these, on these little rims, they can be tight. Then you may have to use the old trusty flathead screwdriver again. But if you do, you got to be careful, because then you do run the possibility of putting a hole in your new tube. There it goes. Now it's popped in there. That's still tight. Kind of give it a little bit of peek.
Now I'm guessing normally this would be where you would put air in the tire to make sure it's all good.
Yes. Now this is the part where I would put air in the tire before I put it on, or even just a little bit sometimes. If they have the squeeze brakes, I'll put in just a little bit, because if they have the squeeze brakes back here and you got them full of air completely, you won't get the tire on. You actually, because you have to push the tire in a little bit to get them through, and then inflate it. But in this case, that's going to get done last. And when you put air in a brand new tube, take your finger or thumb and shove it to one side or the other and hold it there while you're putting air in it. Otherwise, if you don't, you're just going to put air like this, and you're going to shove this back down into the tire. Okay. Now to put it back out, we'll look together again. Let me see. How does this go back together again? I forgot. I'm just kidding.
What's that chain for?
Oh man, how does a bicycle work again? I forgot. You stay still.
Where is the engine on this?
That's on the other bike. Although we could put one on this. If anybody really wants to know.
I don't think Little Frugal's quite ready for a rocket-powered bike yet.
Why not?
At least not until the training wheels are off.
Right. Okay, and all I do is I got the chain put back on the rear sprocket. And all I've done is, right here, when it slides back and forth in this groove, tensions your chain and keeps it straight this way or that way. Basically what I'm doing is I'm pulling back a little bit on this side, make sure the chain stays tight, and then moving it left or right to make sure it's straight and centered, so the wheel ain't going down sideways, or that way for instance. So I more or less eyeball it, then I start running them down by finger, and that looks pretty good straight. That ain't overly tight, and then that one's snug. Let's make noises. Those itches. Righty tighty. Well, tightening it down, I try to keep an eyeball on everything staying straight and mildly tight. It doesn't have to be overly cranked, because you get the chain too tight, and it's not easy on the chain. Too loose and it could fall off. Looks pretty good. Make it come off. Tighten it back down again. That should be good for that.
Now on the other side.
Yeah. Okay, check if I straighten this again.
If this wasn't an all-age program, I would have made a joke at that moment.
Now let's reattach the brakes. We don't need those stinking brakes.
That's what shoes and feet are for.
Tap that down a little bit. I have to use the multi-purpose.
The adjustment.
The adjustment. Make the hose lay up. So there we go. All this does is keep this bar from moving this way or that way when they hit the brakes, so it doesn't just spin around. Okay, that part is done. Chain's still good. Now to put the kickstand. What is a kickstand for? Put the chain cover screw back on.
Probably what you did last project. Any idea how much they charge you to do this at a bike shop?
Well, tubes on average cost, depending on what state you're in, they're average between $6 to $7. When you take it to a bike shop, most of them charge like 25 bucks, depending on what kind of bike it is. So if it's like a 12 speed or 24 speed, it's a little more intense because you got all the gears and all the other stuff you got to keep in alignment. For a single speed, not so much. Once again,
Of course, we would have background noise at this time.
back. Make sure I got there. We go. I got the right one.
Now for the training wheels.
Yes. Put the little metal guide clip right there back on, and you can see the mark where the training wheel. Training wheel originally was lined up. So if that was good before, it'll be good now. And just line it back up with its original ones. Like so.
If you hear that noise in the background, that's goats.
Goats.
Yeah.
As long as it wasn't sheep. Oh, I can't see that. Okay.
And a door being pounded on in the background.
Alright, enough of the next one. Same thing. This goes into the notch. This once again, so you can see where the bolt was originally tightened down on. There's the wear mark. If it worked before, like I said, it'll work again. So long as the, there we go. Bike doesn't want to tip. Tighten.
Oh, crap.
Oh, we got our fan club. There we go. We now have a new tube on this tire, on this bike, and it should be good to go as soon as we put air in it. So, once again, thank you for joining us at Rat Bike Customs, and giving a good shout out here to Captain Frugal for having me come out to his place to do this work today. So, I'll see y'all later. Hope to catch you again on another episode. Later. Alright. Well, now that we got everything back together, we got our training wheels back on, our covers all tightened back down. Wheels tightened up and straight. Now all it needs is air in the tube, and it should be good to go. And, well, there you go. Little brand new bike. Anyways, hey, appreciate Captain Frugal calling me out today to do this episode out here. And once again, hope you guys like the episode. This is Rat Bike Customs coming at you. Please watch us again sometime, alright? Thank you.